Well, as you can see, it's a red-hot atmosphere. This is a clash that everybody has been looking forward to since the draws were held for the Olympic qualifying tournaments. Everybody who is somebody in Turin has come here tonight, and that includes a lot of famous players wearing the blue shirts and the red shirts, and the coaching staffs as well. Earlier today, we watched Mexico eke out a 75-70 win over Iran, so we know that Mexico and Greece will be in the semifinals. They will play for first place tomorrow. But now it's all about Group B, Italy and Croatia. Of course, Italy winning last night against Tunisia, pulling away in the second half, having struggled early on. Are we going to see more of the same Italy that we saw in the second half last night, or are we going to see some struggles tonight? Well, this is what the Olympic qualifying tournaments are all about. There are 3 of them over there far right. The winner of each 16 qualifying tournament will qualify for the Olympics. There are also OQTs in Belgrade and Serbia, as well as in Manila, the Philippines. So we're in Turin, Italy. And to be honest, I'd rather be here. I love the Italians. I love Turin. I love everything about it. And it's great having my partner, Lloyd Gardner, here, putting us to rights, telling us what's going to happen. Lloyd, and by the way, I'm Jeff Taylor. Lloyd, great job so far. This is going to be potentially the best game that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You're 2 European powerhouses coming at it right here. You know, we saw Italy play last night. They weren't at their best, but I wonder if they were holding some things back for this, which is the crucial game. And then you've got a Croatian team, which, you know, traditionally Croatia, a big power of European basketball. They've been down recently, but they've got the new guard coming in. You know, the last few years they've been dominating junior basketball, and some of those junior players are now sort of entering the primes of their careers. Guys like Mario Hezonja, who's now in the NBA, Dario Saric as well, and then also young Marko Arakovic. It'll be interesting to see how that new guard from Croatia, how they're able to mesh with some of the older players that they've got. Guys like Krunoslav Simon, and then Bojan Bogdanovic as well. So it's a really interesting mix for Croatia, a team with a lot of talent. And I think they looked at Italy last night and fancied their chances. The way Italy played, they've got to be much better here tonight than they were in their victory over Tunisia yesterday.
Well, this is why you have the qualifying tournaments, because it just gives you that extra chance of getting basketball special moments like this. You just simply don't get a better atmosphere than what we've got tonight in Turin here at the Olympico. These Italians, they haven't been able to host a major basketball event since 1991 when they hosted the European Championship, the Eurobasket. And here they are, playing in Turin. Some really terrific players. Danilo Gallinari, Marco Bellinelli, and Tony Messina, of course, the coach that everybody knows about. Andrea Bargnani, the list goes on, Gigi Datome. And it's all excitement because they're going to be playing one of the European rivals, Croatia. Now playing of the national anthems for both teams, starting with Croatia. Okay, the electric atmosphere, the great basketball teams, the fans. Everybody's here, everybody's ready. The face mask wearing Marco Bellinelli, Pietro Adori, Marco Cousine. They've been talking about this Olympic qualifying tournament for a long time. They are desperate to get back to the Olympics. Referees tonight, Emilio Perez from Madrid, Spain, Jorge Vasquez from Puerto Rico on the right, and on the left, Milivoje Jocic from Serbia. So I would suggest you don't get a better refereeing crew than that for a big game like this. And Ettore Messina, the great coach, matches with really with another great coach, Alexander Petrovic. Down there at the bottom, you can see the roster for Croatia. Really exciting. You know, the last time we saw Croatia at the Eurobasket, they kind of underachieved. Some of those players are back, including Šarić, including Bilan, and Bogdanovic, Roko Ukic, of course, in the starting five here, as well as Planinic. Now, Ukic played in 2008 when Croatia qualified in Athens for the Beijing games. He's the only one. And Stojan Brankovic, of course, one of the legends of Croatian basketball, now on the bench. Looks like he can still go out and block a few shots. That's what he's known for. And for Italy, Lloyd Amadori, perhaps an unsung hero in this team. Number 4, Bargnani, didn't look comfortable early on, but gradually got into the game. They need more out of Gallinari, number 8, and Datome, the captain. It'll be interesting to see this starting 5 here, and he does stick with Hackett, Bellinelli, Gallinari, Datome, and Bargnani.
Yeah, this is the 5 we saw yesterday. Started off, they didn't start the game well. Datome, coming off that strong season for Fenerbahce, didn't have a great game yesterday. He'll come good though. You know, this is an Italian team that's got a lot of very good players. We talked about yesterday that, you know, they still have a couple of weaknesses. They've got a lot of very good players in the similar positions. And here's a look at two players I think that will be matching up a lot tonight. Marco Bellinelli kind of proved himself as the go-to scorer for Italy yesterday. He's wearing the face marks, broken bone in his face, but he scored 11 points in just 16 minutes yesterday. They didn't need him more than that. And Mario Hezonja, you know, these aren't great numbers from Eurobasket 2015. But I think he's a guy that's going to have to score, and he's a guy that can be an impact for Croatia.
And Alexander Petrovic, the brother of the late Drazen Petrovic. Of course, Petrovic, he's a great coach. He's shown before with Croatia. I think most recently, the national team with Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2013. Now back at the helm of Croatia, of course, Ettore Messina. Back in his second stint as the head coach of Italy. And I'm really excited. Can't say it enough. We saw Marko Rakovic play at the FIBA Under-19 World Championship last year for Croatia. He's in this team. I'm curious to know what kind of minutes. And as you said, as we highlighted, Hezonja, you know, I've been talking to some people here, and they expect this to kind of be his coming out party in international basketball. I mean, he's had some big tournaments at youth level, but maybe this is the time where he's going to stand up. He's certainly not short of confidence, is he?
No, this is the moment where Mario Hezonja will want to shine as well. The big stage, a packed house here in Turin. Expect him to come in and try and make an impact for Croatia.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Turin, Italy. This is the 4th game that we've had here at the Olympic Qualifying Tournament, and Italy winning last night against Tunisia. This is Croatia's first game here. They'll also play tomorrow against Tunisia. So Croatia, some changes in their lineup from the years. Ante Tomic not here, but trust me, they've got plenty of talent. And there's the veteran, Roko Ukic has the ball. They're attacking first. A lot of the Croatians have played basketball in Italy over the years. There's Planinic, turns to his left, puts it up. The follow by Simon, no good, and now Hackett.
Interesting to see where Italy go early. They didn't use the low post yesterday really at all. A lot out here on the perimeter. And get it to the inside, I think.
They get it to Bargnani, and he meets some resistance there with Planinic. Does a good job defending. Now Bogdanovic drives in, puts it up, and was well defended there by Gallinari. A couple of NBA stars going at it. Here's Gallinari. He's going to get inside, and foul. 2 shots. The foul called on Planinic. Watch this.
Planinic is going to need to play well for Croatia. Ante Tomic obviously not here, so he's going to be the guy on the inside. And perhaps it helps Italy that Croatia don't really have that big force, you know, down low. Planinic, not really a big-time scorer. Very good player, though.
They've got Miro Balan as well. Going to come in. First free throw is good. But what they do have is they've got players like Šarić who have very good size.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got tremendous players. They've got a lot of scoring. But a bit similar to Italy in there. They don't have that big 5-man that goes back to the basket.
But you can see Šarić not giving away any inches to Gallinari. But Gallinari knows he's got a test tonight. Going up against the guy that's going to be, he's going to be meeting in the NBA.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup, that one, to watch.
Ukic, the veteran, inside to Planinic, and he is fouled. And you like, Hackett call for the foul. You like what Petrovic is doing, going inside early, trying to pound it in and test this Italian front line.
Yeah, and again, to prove that they can get some points out of Planinic. The other guys will get theirs later on. I don't think there's any problem with guys like this man with the ball, Mislav Simon, getting some good shots.
Here's Bogdanovic, their most accomplished shooter, really. Just a long rebound. And a foul called on Bargnani.
The crowd don't really like that one, you know, away from the ball with innocuous.
Coach Petrovic pacing the sidelines, as is Messina. Simone. Bargnani with the rebound. What a terrific, terrific occasion this is here in Turin, Italy. The stakes are high. Only the winner of the Olympic Qualifying Tournament goes to the Rio de Janeiro Games. Bargnani cuts it and shoots.
Around the foul line, a mid-range jump shot is what he loves to do. Croatia need to take that away from him.
Bogdanovic goes to his left, gets in the lane, puts it up and in. That's a strong move from Bojan Bogdanovic.
3 times they've gone to him already. He's had a good couple of looks at the basket.
Now Gallinari looked at the 3, passes to Hackett. Datome over to Bellinelli. Bellinelli puts up a 3. And he's fouled. How about that for a big-time play? For a big-time play.
I mean,
face mask, what face mask?
Yeah, I have down on the notes before the game. Who's the star for Italy? Who's the guy that's going to step up? And the more we see, the more it's this guy right here. You know, Marco Bellinelli is going to be the leader. It looks like for Italy, the one that's going to take the big shots. You know, the one that's going to kind of carry the load offensively if they need something to be creative. The crowd love him as well, don't they?
They absolutely do. And he makes the free throw. So now it's an 8-2 lead. Just like that.
The versatility of Šarić. In the pick and roll is a 4-man. Handling it.
Planinic back outside to Ukic for 3. And got a lot of front rim. An offensive foul. Double fouls, okay. Yeah. So offsetting fouls. Watch again. Look at the Planinic boxing out. I think he got wrapped up. Oh, didn't see too much being wrapped up.
Gallinari and Planinic got called for 1 each.
It's hard to see. Yeah. He's like, what for?
It's the second of Planinic, though, so Croatia might need to go to the bench early. Get him out. It's a long time to go, and he had 3 minutes. So
No, even though Vrankovic is over there on the bench, he's not going into the game. Stoyan Vrankovic, don't worry, folks. Šarić from the baseline, and Datome with the rebound. And a little bit of misdirection there. Goes over the head. Kind of looks like it faked out Bargnani.
There's a poor pass from Hackett. He threw it hard to Bargnani, which is fine because he wasn't too far away, but it went over his head. Couldn't move his hands quick enough to take it in. You know, Croatia, they won't be happy with this start, but I don't think they'll be phased. They've started a veteran lineup, try and take this atmosphere from the crowd away. And plays like this, you know, from Krunoslav Seaman, they're just veteran plays. Frustrate the crowd, get a foul call, get it on the sideline, get to the line early if you can.
Well, they're working the refs already, but I mean, you know, if the ref sees the reach and the contact, he's got to call it.
And this is the thing for playing at home. It gives you so much with the atmosphere of the crowd, but it also brings pressure for Italy. I think we saw that yesterday. And it also means that sometimes you almost get too excited. So you try too hard, and plays like that from Bellinelli, a little bit too much defense.
Oh, Bogdanovic this time drives in and scores with the right hand.
He's very good at finishing in the ring, isn't he, Bogdanovic? Good athlete, but then, you know, Bargnani's under the basket. He's just gone straight at him twice, got all the way to the ring.
Gallinari pump fake, goes in, scores! Much more confident from him too.
Well, he's a guy, he averaged 19 a game in the NBA this season.
But yet, Damage gets in, is fouled by Datome, and he now will take a trip to the line for 2 free throws. And see the replay of Gallinari. Here was Bogdanovic when he scored over Bargnani.
And it's just one-on-one from each player, isn't it? The brilliance of the individual offensively.
Now, Messina felt like the foul was committed before the shot, but to be fair to the refs, they called it the same way at both ends. They called it on Gallinari. You know, when Gallinari made his 2 free throws, and now it's Bogdanovic. And he gets a good shooter's roll, so Gentile is probably going to come in for Datome. Here he is. Do you see him being more physical, perhaps, than Datome?
Gentile?
Yeah.
No. I mean, Datome isn't the best defender. Gentile's not either, so I wonder if they'll change matchups at all. It's difficult, though, because if they try to rotate Gentile off of Bogdanovic, who do they put him on? Krunoslav Seaman, who's, you know, a very good offensive player himself. So questions being asked already of the Italian defense, really, despite the fact they've got a 5-point lead.
Bellinelli for 3, and that was short. That gives Croatia a chance to push it quickly. Bogdanovic passes up the jumper, gets it to Šarić. Now he's going to go at Bellinelli, and they get it out to Simon, and Simon hits the 3.
Well, we've seen some good passing big guys. Haddadi from Iran, you know, Barousis from Greece, but Šarić is one of those as well. He's not a 5 like Dayup, he's a tremendous passer. This is what we didn't see yesterday. Hackett posting up. He's very good on the low block.
Passes it back outside to Gentile, and Gallinari gets the rebound over Šarić. Puts it up and trying to get the contact. Oh, there's a lot of contact inside. And Gentile gets it, throws the ball hard off the upright. Where the basket's in court. I think Gallinari thought he was going to get a foul called there.
Good defense.
They get it to Bellinelli just in time, and then Bellinelli puts it up and in. So Bellinelli is showing tonight he's got the flair for the spectacular.
Penny play, wasn't it? Everybody getting excited, everybody worrying because Italy only just got their ball inbound, but just the poise to throw the head fake and get the foul on Bogdanovic, which is big because they can't afford him. The way he's played, you want Bogdanovic getting foul trouble early, and that's his second now.
Petrovic voicing his displeasure. You could see over at the Puerto Rican referee for making that call. And now down low, a foul.
I was watching it.
On Gentile.
I mean, the crowd all complain. Gentile sticks the palms out. It's a clear foul. Bogdanovic went to run off the screen. Gentile pulled him from behind. I was watching, straight on, away from the ball. There's no complaints there at all. And the Italians got caught up with the referees yesterday as well for, parts of the game. They got frustrated. And how did that affect them? I mean, the 2000, Bogdanovic looks like a real problem for Croatia at this point, because if he does have to go out, he's got 6 of their 9.
And they don't want him to go out for that reason. I mean, he's experienced. Yeah. And you can see that he probably wasn't fully fit last year at the Eurobasket, was he? So
he looks in great shape, though.
Oh, boy, he does. So Cousine now comes in for Bargnani, perhaps a little more physical down low. He's going to be going up against Miro Bilan. Gentile gets inside and misses, but are they going to call? Yes, they are. Goal interference. Somebody went up and called the net. Or is it the rim? We'll have to see a replay of that at some point. And Miro Bilan now going to inbound it. Watch this. See if they enter. Yep.
Nice ball from Charan as well. I think he's going to miss.
Ukic, now to Bogdanovic. Oh, the pump fake. What a play. And he gets a chance for the three-point play. And right now, probably he's the best player on the court.
He's the best player out of a lot of very good players, but yeah, you're right. I mean, he's making good players look average right now.
What's so impressive is his strength. He's got the skill. Look at that. He's got the determination. Now, probably you would expect the loser of this game to have to play Greece in the semifinals. Cousine does a good job.
I mean, playing Greece in the semis has pluses and minuses for each team, but I think a win here is a good confidence booster for either team. That's the main thing.
Of course, Greece has to play Mexico tomorrow for first place. Hackett, Datome back in the game. The D from Croatia, but they find Cousine inside. And kind of forced him into a difficult shot. Now from the corner, Bogdanovic.
Boy, he is on fire. How good is Bogdanovic right now? Absolutely just carrying him.
And Bellinelli tries to get back to the line and take the contact, and Bilan with the rebound. They push it quickly, Croatia.
Shoot it again, why not, the way he's going.
Ukic bounce pass to Bilan. Misses the shot. Well, they had the play they wanted. Now Hackett gets it back to Datome, and he drives and misses the layup. Gallinari there for the follow.
Gallinari ran the floor hard. He was the man that tried to take the charge, got up, beat everyone down the floor.
Hazzani getting ready to check into the game for the first time tonight. Ukic whips it over to Bogdanovic from the left corner. This time, he shows he's human. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Italy. And that was the follow from Gallinari. Here was Bogdanovic when he nailed that corner three.
What a game already, just over 7 minutes in, but
12 points already for Bogdanovic. Aradori checks into the game. He's got it. Now Nicolo Medi. And good drive, but Šarić had the hand in his face.
Excellent defense from Šarić. Didn't need any help. Just contained his man beautifully.
Bilan inside to Šarić. And ball blocked. But then Hezonja's there for the putback.
I think Hezonja is going to be one to watch. Said it before the game, he loves the big occasion.
And now another foul. That was the miss, and then the follow by Hezonja. The foul at the other end has been called on Hezonja. And that was the block.
I'm pretty sure that was a penalty.
Yeah, I think that was missed.
We got the two, so nothing matters.
So Datome at the line. He was the MVP of the Turkish finals, playoff finals, after leading Fenerbahce to the title. He also had a stint in the NBA with Detroit and Boston before deciding to come back and play in Turkey.
It's not the best game yesterday. They didn't score. The only Italian player not to record any points yesterday.
Oh, quick turn from Šarić. He goes and scores for the first layup.
I mean, just the brilliance of individuals here in this game already. You know, quick move from Šarić after we've seen Bogdanovic as well. You know, the other way for Italy.
And that is the first lead for Croatia. They lead it 19 to 18. Datome on the baseline. And great fight inside by Niccolò Melli.
I said Italy didn't post up their guards at all yesterday, and I thought they would, as we see the low post play of Šarić. But, you know, he gets the better of Niccolò Melli here, but the other way, Melli was the only Italian surrounded by 3 Croatians, and they didn't manage to box him out. You know, he drew the foul and will go to the line from it now, so excellent work from Niccolò Melli.
This game is white hot. And Melli at the line ties it. Canada got a big win today in the Philippines. They won their first game. They beat Turkey in their Olympic Qualifying Tournament. They've got France and New Zealand and Turkey down there, and the Philippines and Senegal. But this Olympic Qualifying Tournament has got 3 very good teams, you can tell. And here's Šarić again, puts it up and scores.
Yeah, same play from them. Isolate Šarić on the low post, and 2 for 2 for him over Melli.
Vukovac is going to come in. Next dead ball, Hackett. And fouled by Hezonja.
Hezonja was inches from the steal there. Took a swipe at the ball, missed it, and he was almost so surprised he missed the ball. He made contact with the defender, or the attacker.
Well, look who there on the left, Alessandro Del Piero. I think it's safe to say he's got legendary status in Italian football, doesn't he? And for Juventus, where he played here in Turin.
It shows you what an occasion this is for the Italian public. Beautiful city, beautiful arena here. And it's a packed house.
We've got Carlton Myers sitting behind us. Here's Marco Bellinelli. Carlton Myers. Played for Italy's national team for so long. He was the MVP back in '99 at the Eurobasket. Certainly got Italy to the Sydney Olympics. Final minute, and it's all knotted up at 21. Here's Hezonja.
Šarić again, same play once more.
He can taste it. Here he is. Here he goes. Little turnaround. Go!
Niccolò Melli played some pretty good defense on that possession. Italy haven't come with anything different. Just allowed Melli to guard him. Hasn't done a bad job, but Šarić just another level.
Bargnani puts it up and rattles out. Now Croatia's Balan with the rebound.
Which pushed off the court. Oh, you see, look at them, 18 points for the pair. Šarić and Bogdanovic. Will they go same play once more?
Šarić. Oh, God, look at that. He's rubbing his hands on the official's trousers because he's got wet hands. The official says, come on over. Here's Balan. He's got to put it up, and they don't get a good shot. I don't know that full-court heave is going to count even if it goes. So Croatia looking very, very good here. Have come from behind They trailed early on, but they lead at 23-21. Well, I think we've seen some exceptional play as you look at the stats from Bogdanovic and Šarić, especially for this Croatia team.
Yeah, it's just been some fantastic basketball. We'll see the highlights. You know, Bogdanovic in the foul line, but we're right in front of the Croatian bench. It's really interesting to watch their coaching staff, how they're talking. There was a time, you know, when Bogdanovic steps out and Kusin steps in, he picked and rolled, and the coaching staff was screaming. The man on the weak side usually would rotate and take the man rolling to the basket. They were screaming because he was guarding Gallinari, and just told him, just stay with Gallinari, don't leave your man. And that's when Kusin rolled down the middle. He caught it, it was open, but the defense rushed back at him and he couldn't finish. So they believe the threat of Gallinari is more than Kusin, so that's what they're trying to take away. Croatia, considering they haven't played yet in this tournament, look very good tactically and, you know, offensively. You can see what they've done. They've gone to some isolations, they've gone to some individuals, and it's worked for them so far with Bogdanovic and Šarić being very good. The question is, can they continue that?
Well, I don't know what Messina will do to stop it. Just put somebody else different on Šarić. Does he have anybody?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different things you could do. They could double the low post. They could try and switch the screen a little bit earlier and deny him, play in front of him because they haven't switched it yet. So there's a lot of different tactics they can use, something like a zone as well. But I think at this moment they won't worry because they have played pretty good defense on Šarić. He's taken tough shots. He's just been able to make them. You see there that the replay shows you the problem with doubling Dario Šarić is he is such a good passer out of any position really. But out of the low post, if you double him, he'll find an open three-point shooter.
Aradori, Gallinari back in the game. And Datome puts up a three. They get it inside. Now it's Bellinelli guarding Šarić. Šarić back outside to Simon. He's hit one over there tonight. He misses that. And Gallinari with the rebound. Look at Beeline get up on Gallinari. They are really manning up against this Italian team. Bellinelli faces the double team, passes over to Aradori. Gets it to Bargnani. And Babic gets the rebound. Nothing coming easy for Italy on the offensive end.
And again, tactically, just spot on from Croatia. The rotation was right.
Oh, Bargnani rejects Beeline, but Beeline gets it back. Then Bargnani takes it back. And it shows some toughness down in the low post. Aradori goes up and misses the shot. Now Croatia with a chance to run, but his only pass is too far ahead for Babic. Look at this play from Bargnani. That rejection, now here it is again. Another rejection. And Beeline comes out of the game.
This is interesting.
And Bogdanovic goes back in.
Well, they've gone tiny as well. Bogdanovic is guarding Bargnani, and Šarić is guarding Gallinari, so giving up a lot of size. Offensively, they'll be really spread Croatia.
But they're going to switch now, and Šarić is on Bargnani.
And what it does mean is they can switch everything, Croatia.
Well, they're working. Gallinari is able to get it back. Bellinelli has to take an extremely difficult shot, but Aradori gets the rebound. Gallinari now takes an open three because he had an opening. That's how well this Croatia defense is playing. They just had a glimmer of hope to get off a good-looking shot. He took it.
Open shot, Šarić.
Šarić open for the three, and it was long. And then coming from behind, a foul on Hezonja. Is that three? So Dime Poeta going to come in. We've got timeout on the floor. Three fouls on Hezonja. 23-21.
È pallacanestro, è una partita di basket, coraggio.
Right now, Boyd, I don't know about you, but it seems to me we've seen some great plays from Croatia. Look at the field goal shooting percentages for both teams, but really, have we seen this good a defense from anybody at this Olympic qualifying tournament?
I mean, Greece played some really good defense at times, but it was different defense. The pressure to steal. You know, they were very good there. They also rotated very well at times, but the opposition was the difference. You know, this is a Croatian defense which was playing at a really high level against a team like Italy.
It's Del Piero again, bringing his kids here to the game.
But, you know, for me, the story is this lineup now on the floor for Croatia and how Italy combats it, because Croatia very small. I'm sure they'll switch everything, which means Italy don't have the advantage on the perimeter, so they've got to find a way to go to mismatches on the inside. That's not something Bargiani usually does, but I would say, you know, he's being guarded by Bogdanovic right now. They've got to find him in the low block.
Bellinelli barges his way in and turns, goes right to the basket and scores.
Now we see him stepping up. Bellinelli, he's the guy when Italy is struggling right now.
9 points, 2 of 4 from the floor, and he had that big 4-point play. Bogdanovic, though, they rotated to him, and Italy aren't punished. He had the open look. Hezonja staying in the game with the 3 fouls. Almost wonder if Petrovic knows it. Bellinelli for 3, and Bogdanovic with the rebound. Bogdanovic goes right at Aradori. I mean, that is like, you know, no offense to Aradori, but that's like a man going up against a boy. I mean, he has been that good tonight. 14 points.
The difference is, you know, Croatia haven't let that happen. They haven't let themselves be isolated the way Bogdanovic went against Aradori there.
So Hezonja now brings it up the floor. Croatia over to Šarić. And timeout can be called by Petrovic.
The problem when you really spread like that is if you miss, you haven't got any presence on the offensive glass.
Inside to Bargnani. But instead of going to the basket, he goes away from the basket, and Simon was able to go up and knock it away.
Bargnani's got to go to the power game. He is a finesse-type player, but he's got a huge advantage on the low post.
Bogdanovic tries to shoot it over Bargnani, but he got the better of Bogdanovic that time.
Yeah, Bogdanovic should have kicked that one. Poor option. First time he's made a mistake, really, in this game.
And Gallinari goes hard to the basket, and Šarić just holds his ground. I mean, clearly the message from Messina is attack the basket. Watch this. This is 2 men going right at it. And Šarić is a special player. So Croatia called the timeout. Turning into a little bit of a chess match.
Fascinates me. Eric Evans, the last drive. Bogdanovic had so much success in getting to the basket. You know, he probably should have stopped and he would have seen the open man. Hezonja at the top of the point line. The things for Italy for me, point guard playing and also the five man. That's usually 2 games. But I think Croatia going small is
Dobbiamo tornare a usare un po' il nostro 5 basso.
an inside score around that position.
Second chance points, helping Italy to this point. And Hezonja, despite the foul trouble, stays in the game with the 3 fouls. Well, clearly he knows.
Mitch is back in as well. He's got 2.
The Sharks now out of the game. Boy, this is a humdinger. Marco Bellinelli. He goes up against Hezonja. Will he get his 4th? Nope. Passes back out. Hackett puts it up right before the shot clock buzzer, and Gallinari gets it. So offensive rebound. And now Planinic has picked up his 3rd foul.
Everything was perfect from Croatia. They doubled the low post. Great rotation from Babic to the top. You know, to take Hackett when he caught the ball, but they just forgot to box out. You know,
okay, let's get another look at it.
Everyone took off. You see the guards, 3 players from Croatia are trying to take off and get in transition. They forgot you've got to grab the ball before you do that.
And Hackett takes it in. Strong drive to the basket for Hackett. You know, in that foul, it looked like almost Bargnani had hooked Planinic before that. He may have gotten away with one. Simon, his pass. Planinic wasn't ready. Story now gets it to Hackett, and Hackett left his feet trying to make the pass.
Yeah, that's what Hezonja in the foul. He didn't want to pick up another foul.
And Datome and Melli coming back into the game. Bellinelli and is it Gallinari that are coming out. So the best way to attack pressure is to attack it, right? This is what Italy are doing. They're putting the ball, and you were wondering if they had the players that could break down that defense. And Hackett's proven that he can. Here's Bargnani open. That's good. Simon looks for an opening, gets it to Planinic, and he goes up and scores. Terrific play.
Planinic has to be perfect in and around the basket. Opportunities like that, he has to finish. He had the chance before on the pick and roll, he didn't take it.
Datome gets inside, soft touch, still can't get it to go.
It's a good job. He likes to spin back to the baseline. Let him do it. They'll isolate Bogdanovic here surely in the mismatch.
Well, Bogdanovic faces the D, and he says, you can't stop me.
Yeah, just out of transition, Italy couldn't get back and get the matchups right. Melli is matched up with him. Bogdanovic knew it, so even if he was going to use the screen, it was going to be Bargnani or Melli to try and keep him off the drive, keep him out of the lane. They just can't do it.
If he makes these 2, they've tied it, but look at the intense conversation over here on the sideline between Petrovic, Ukic, and now Simon.
You know what fascinates me is how few players we have in this tournament who have actually played in an Olympic Games. You know, the Croatian team only have 1. That was Rocco Ukic. He's the only player on the team to have played in the Olympic Games. Italy have none. So that's what it means to these players. That's why we see them so focused here in this game. Because for some of these players, it's the last opportunity for them to possibly play in an Olympic Games.
Probably have more Tunisians than anybody that have played. That was in 2012. So don't write off their chances. Bogdanovic makes it.
16 points. More than half of their total production.
Datome with the pump fake. Lost it, but got it to Averdori. Into the corner to Datome. Over to Bargnani. And the hustle from Melli kept it alive, but Bogdanovic gets the ball. Now Simon again puts pressure on the defense, gets it over to Babic, and the left-hander. And that elicits quite a response over on the Croatia bench.
I mean, Croatia is just playing a great game of basketball right now. Penetration from Simon under control.
Bargnani passes it up. Aradori back to Bargnani, but into the hands. Ends up with Hackett. And Hackett rims out, but good fight from Melly. Gets it to Aradori. But are they going to count it? Are they coming over the back?
Offensive foul, pushing the rebound.
Look at this.
Just under control. Babic just, you know, that's like a practice for Luka Babic. Just take it in time, in rhythm, and have the three.
So Bargnani, Aradori, out, Bellinelli, Gallinari back in. So the way this Croatia team is playing right now, I would not want to fall behind them. They look confident. Chance to go up his biggest lead of the game. And good D from Melly. Katomi matched up with Planinc down low. Ukic puts up a three. And Bellinelli with the rebound. Pushes it quickly, tries to beat him down the floor. Gets it over to Hackett. Passes it up. He's going to go inside. Lays it up and in. He's really bringing it with him.
He doesn't have great three-point range, which is why he puts it on the floor. And if you're Croatia, that's perhaps a little bit of a breakdown. They've got to know that. You know, don't let him get into the lane and break it from Hackett.
Here comes Hackett. He's going to go explode.
Just took it right away from Bogdanovic. You know, he had it in his hands. It was like playing in the playground. Hackett just took it right off him.
We've got the graphic. We've got a graphic. The scoreboard is wrong. It says 35-32. And the Croatian bench is up in arms. And I think they're right. I think they've sorted it now. Scoreboard confusion. Anyway, Datome gets it to Hackett. And Hackett goes straight back to Datome. But the ball, I think, was touched. Was it by Croatia?
Still a difference. Here it says 35 apiece. On the graphic, 33.
They changed it. Now they've got 35-35.
You shot the basket. Number 9.
It should be 35-33, right? Because we're looking right here. Alan says 35-33. 35-33. So I think we've got a mistake here. They've got 35-35 on the scoreboard for Italy. And we think it's 35-33. And they're going to restart it. What they can do is go back and look at the video to get this right. They can add up the points. And they get the shot clock violation. And Petrovic is absolutely vehement. And the scene is now at midcourt. I think Croatia's got a point here. I think they've given Italy 2 points on the scoreboard. I just don't understand how they could get it wrong, because we're looking at the official scoring right here. But they can get that right when they check it at halftime. They'll have to. Šarić gets inside, and a foul is called. It's a very difficult situation here for Croatia because they've got to play without the distraction of being. So I think they're going to go over and still talk to the referees about what the score is, the Croatians.
Ve la state prendendo con gli arbitri per sfogare il vostro nervosismo. dovete dare un segnale di calma, dovete dare un segnale di controllo, dovete mantenere un po' più di controllo dei nervi.
Players have just got to stay focused. You know, the coaches, and it's the right thing. A couple of the assistant coaches from Croatia are still talking. They're trying to discuss it with the table.
Dovete dare un segnale di calma e di controllo delle operazioni agli arbitri. Non si gioca per
have to stay focused because Croatia have done a very good job.
Se fischiano, si alza la mano e si dice, maybe you're wrong. That's it.
It's just a bizarre situation, really, because we're looking at our data system here, and it charts the plays, and it says 35-33, but the commissioner's table is insisting that it's 35-33. So I think that you're going to get this sorted out, but it might not take place until halftime.
I think the referee's just come over, spoken to the Croatian staff, and I think that's what he said. Look, we've got less than a minute. Let's get it right at the half when we've got time. Everybody's not here. It'll be a little less emotional than it is right now.
I just looked up there once, and there was numbers going up on the board, just like it was almost as if somebody kept their finger on the button. I know it's probably a mistake, but anyway, they'll sort it. Anyway, 2 seconds on the shot clock. And now they're going to call timeout with 2 seconds on the shot clock. They want to get a good play. They want to get a good shot.
Plenty of time for him to get a shot. They have a lot of options. Run Saric into the low post probably. Somebody else coming higher for a three. But in all the drama, what we missed was a little run from Italy. A good run. It's interesting, they've now put a basket up for Nicolo Melli on our system to make it 35 apiece. So have we missed a basket from Melli that didn't go on before? I'm not sure. But the most important thing, is that Italy got on a good run. The play of Daniel Hackett has been very impressive in this second quarter. Hackett quietly 9 points and 6 rebounds. So he's played very well. So still confusion reigning here in Turin, but they're at the half,
I just got confirmation. There's a bit of confusion. They're going to check it at halftime, and that's all we can do. Because we just looked, and they just, like you said, they just added 2 points for Nicolo Melli.
Yeah. But they have to do that on our system just to make sure it tallies with the score that's here in the arena. They'll go back. They have the ability to make this right, I'm sure.
That's how tight this game is. I mean, every point matters, obviously. Great play from Hackett to knock it away. They knew it was coming. Gallinari.
This one, Gallinari's broken people down off the dribble.
Oh, decides to shoot the jumper, and Melli. But I have to say, Melli's played quite well.
Yeah.
He's not one of the more celebrated players, but he's grown up in front of us. I know he had a great season in Germany, playing for Bamberg.
I mean, we've talked about Nicolo Melli. He kind of, I was never a huge fan, but I think he's just had a tremendous season this year. Nicolo Melli really grown from the move to Germany. And what you forget about him, he's only 25, so he's got a long time to go. Younger than you think he is.
What about Tonut checking in?
Yeah, they wanted him in for the defense. They thought it was going to be a Croatian ball, but now he's going to have to play offensive possession as well.
Well, opportunity for him. Hackett now. Hackett's going to take a three. And then coming from behind, or no, a foul called on Ukic for holding. Boy, what a game. With the little subplot involved. I guess we don't want to go anywhere at halftime, do we? 17.3 seconds. Pepe Poeta and Gentile watching from the bench. Haven't seen much of Gentile, which is kind of surprising. Detome comes out. New 14-second shot clock, so they can try to run it down as far as possible. And now a foul called on Sakic.
We had one to give. Smart play from him.
Wait, I'll tell you, Hackett's a physical player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, it does mean that they can hold for the final shot here, Italy. I think they go, get it back into Hackett's hands quickly, high pick and roll, get the switch, let Hackett go one-on-one. Plenty of time for that, see if he can get into the lane again.
And Gallinari has it, decides to put it up. Oh, rough shot. That was a brick. And that's how it finishes. So the scoreboard says 35-35. And they are now, Petrovic is having words with the commissioner. You can see at the bottom of the screen above the score there. And they're just telling them to calm down. They're going to have a look at it. 35-35, Croatia and Italy at halftime.
We knew it was going to be a close one, and it's been absolutely, we're not sure if it's tied or if it's a two-point game, but it's been a tremendous contest here, that's for sure. Both teams have played a really high level. You know, it's been very entertaining. There you see the scorers. Bogdanovic leads away. What a game he's got. 19 points, game's leading scorer. Šarić as well, 6 for him in the helping cause. But it's just been, you know, like I said, Croatia defensively been very impressive, but then Italy have kept themselves within touching distance, that's for sure. So it's set us up for a great second 20 minutes of action.
So stick around for the second half. And taking you up on your point, Lloyd, I knew it was going to be a good game, but I didn't know it was going to be quite so intense. So 20 more intense minutes coming. You don't want to miss it. Hey, what about Dan Peterson? I wonder what he thinks. Is that him? Yes, it is. One of the all-time great coaches going up and saying hello to Tori Messina. Of course, Tori Messina right now trying to concentrate on matters, and really they still haven't, we're not 100% confident about this score, but anyway, I know that Petrovic hopefully kind of hoping this game won't be decided by 2 points either way, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of put a sour note on what's been an absolutely fantastic first half of basketball, really. You know, both teams have played at a high level. They've looked after the ball, haven't made too many mistakes. We've had pretty good shooting from both teams, and we've had some standout performances, not more so than Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, 19 points in the first half. How good, how good was he really in everything that he did offensively? Just looking at his numbers, 6 of 11 overall, 4 of 6 from 2-point range. He got to the basket, 2 of 5 for 3 as he shot it exceptionally well as well.
Lloyd, look,
rebounds.
They're looking back at the video, at the sequence, really the last 3 minutes, and trying to determine maybe if a basket was awarded erroneously, or so they are, to their credit, they're trying to sort this out. And I'm hoping that even if they need that little bit extra time to get it right, they'll take that time. But it's also awkward for Italy because, they don't want something that's not theirs.
No.
But maybe we're wrong.
Yeah, but if you're a player, you just forget it. People are looking at it now, they're establishing it. So it will be right. The players just play. Know what the score is, play with it. It's 20 minutes, 2 points. 2-point difference now isn't going to change the way that they play, so it'll be adjusted or not adjusted right now.
Okay, so the commissioner is going over to talk to the referee, and now Messina is talking to his players, and the referee, I don't know if they've had a resolution. Yes, they have. They have taken the points off the board. So all credit, to be honest, all credit to Croatia, or to the commissioner's table. Yeah. But I also have to say all credit to Croatia, because sometimes you do have to really force the issue, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's an emotional game, and you can't really forgive I mean, you have to forgive Croatia for being emotional about it because there's 2 points that weren't scored.
Yeah,
so,
in this kind of game.
Yeah. But everything's been put right. Let's get back to the great second half now.
And I don't even know if the crowd knows. I think we're hearing some boos, so I think they do. And the ball goes out of bounds. Bogdanovic was trying to get it to Bilan.
Justin Gentile starts ahead of Datomi. Second half for Italy. Croatia gone with their same lineup. Oh no, sorry. On the inside is different, isn't it? We've got Bilan instead of Planinic. He has those 3 fouls, that's right.
So Gentile starting the second half here. Quickly inside to Bargnani. And Bilan, Miro Bilan gets the block, but a foul was called.
And that's a tremendous pass from Gentile.
Look at this. Well,
it's interesting, Croatia, same tactic. You saw Dario Saric on the far side. Didn't help on the roll at all. They're going to let Bargnani catch it. See if he can finish with Bilan, get him back into the play against him. It's a tough ask for Bilan. He's got a hedge on the ball screen and then get back in time for the pass to arrive.
And the second free throw is good as well. So now it's 35-35. Shardic being guarded. Outside, he pulls his way in and makes the pass to Bogdanovic. Wow.
I said it, didn't I? Saric is just such a good passer. And Bogdanovic, all you got to do is get him the ball. A little glimmer of light, and it's 2 points right now.
Well, he is going to have a big number tonight. Bogdanovic already 21 points. Well, Gallinari passes to Hackett, who has to put up a prayer, and Bogdanovic, I think he got the block. Simon over to Bogdanovic, left wide open. And then the offensive rebound for Croatia. Shardic backs in Bellinelli, and charge is called on Shardic. Great job from Bellinelli. Watch this. Oh gosh, what an encounter. Bellinelli drives in. Oh, it takes some contact, misses. Just Bogdanovic is just everywhere. Here he is again now. He's going straight to the basket. Gets up and gets swatted by Gentile. Watch this play. That's just a spectacular play by Gentile in the Italian defense.
Yeah, great rotation from him.
Well, not spectacular, just a solid play. Bilan drives in and misses the layup.
Said they have to be perfect. I said Planinic, but Planinic and Bilan, between the two of them, they can't miss those opportunities.
Gentile goes right at Shardic in the lane, rims out. Bilan with the rebound.
Offensive foul. Oh.
Nope, it's going to be on Bargnani, pushing out.
Interesting to see the
Tori Messina saying, calm down, we're okay.
If you get the camera from the angle that we had, you would have seen the arm of Bilan, the left arm wrapped around the waist of Bargnani, pulling him in.
Simon with the three, no good.
Oh, good D.
Oh, traveling, called on Gentile. Good. Croatia making it so difficult for Italy to do anything. Six turnovers for Croatia, 3 for Italy. And Bogdanovic
He is just a star of stars right now. Anytime they need a basket, anytime they come down on offense, just get it to him.
Bellinelli, the bounce pass to Gallinari, gets the contact, puts it up and in. Absorbs the contact. It's incredible when you look at the turnovers in this game. I mean, very low, isn't it? Šarić spins, loses it off of Bilan, out of bounds.
Well, there's one. I mean, it's rare though, isn't it? Rare for a turnover, yeah. Only the fourth of the game. Oh, sorry, three for Italy. That's now 7 in Croatia. Crowd trying to get their team into this one.
Gentile, Bargnani gets a little space.
Good pass. Milan again. They took advantage. He was out of position, got too low, thinking he was going to go and help.
Only the winner of the Olympic Qualifying Tournament goes to the Olympics. It's incredible. Bogdanovic gets inside, misses Bilan with the rebound. They crash the boards. This time Šarić. The ball's down. He comes up with it again. He misses. And Bargnani this time comes with it. Italy in the open floor, but Croatia get back. Gentile is going to post up Ukic and can't get it to fall.
2 great opportunities for Gentile. He's usually such a good scorer. That's what he does. Anyway, off the dribble, post-ups, jump shots. He's usually kind of money in the bank in those type of shots.
Foul called on Hackett.
Gentile struggled with a stomach problem yesterday. Coach Messina told us after the game that the Gentile had been struggling but sort of battled through it.
That was an interesting inbounds pass. Like a rainbow. Ukic gets inside, puts it up, and gets the foul from Bargnani. Boy, every possession is just so intense on both sides of the floor. Nobody's taking any plays off right now, which is how it should be.
Oh, wow. Olympic Games on the line. This game may not be a knockout, but it means a lot. Greece looked so good in that first game. You don't really want to face them in the semi-final.
Greece has the luxury of watching this game and learning a lot about both opponents, whichever one they're going to face. As do Mexico, for that matter. And Ukic makes the free throw. Mexico and Greece, we know, are the 2 semifinalists coming from the other group. And we suspect that these will be the 2 coming from Group B. But what we don't know is what the order of finish will be. Gentile, back to Hackett. He is fouled by Bilan. You've got to be so strong in this game. It is a physical encounter.
Fouls racking up for Croatia on the inside. Bilan's got 2. He's on the floor because Planinic has 3. I did use that small lineup, or the other option is Arapovic maybe. That's a big ask for the youngster.
I think Gentile wants the ball to be dried off. A little bit of pause in the action. It's a packed Paralympico everywhere. Not a seat to be had. Sold out. Bellinelli. Back to Gentile. Gentile gets inside. Oh, he still can't get it to go. Bargnani battles, but Croatia get it.
And they got numbers. It's 5-on-3.
Šarić bounce pass, but Gallinari reaches in, knocks it away. Now Bellinelli dribbles with his head up, takes a 3. Go! Marco Bellinelli! And some of the Croatian players are like, why don't you foul? But they got back to stop the fast break. He just pulled up and hit the 3.
Oh, it's a 5-point swing, wasn't it? 5-on-3 transition. Šarić 2 unselfish, and Bellinelli makes him pay. Oh,
and Bellinelli reaches in, knocks it away.
Shot clock's low.
4 on the shot clock. Šarić, baseline. That's a tough shot. Hackett.
Momentum for Italy if they get a score here.
And great strength from Gentile. Fouled by Luka Babic. Here's Bellinelli pulling up on the break. You know, it's as good as Bogdanovic is, and he's the best player on the court right now. Bellinelli is once again showing a lot of courage, a lot of grit.
I mean, we just saw the face mask, obviously, but what you can't see, check out the photos if you can of Bellinelli on the FIBA website. To see that eye, he's taken the hit in, you know, very bloodshot, a little bit swollen as well. It's amazing that he can see, really. So
it's a broken cheekbone, the right cheekbone.
So Croatia, you know, the chess match again, as we see the substitutions, that Tomi comes in. Croatia have gone to the small lineup again because of the foul problems, and Italy, to counter, have gone to a small lineup of their own. Gallinari, the only kind of size, around 4 guards.
And he's just trotted off to the changing room. I don't know where he's going or why. 1 on the shot clock. Bellinelli gets it off. Nope, he did not.
Yeah.
Julio Perez, the Spanish referee, and Del Piero is getting nervous. He's nail-biting time.
Croatia, despite being small, go a bit bigger as Hazonia comes in for Ukic. So they're kind of, you know, 4-2 guards almost, 4 wing players, and then just Šarić. Watch how they'll spread the floor here, draw everybody out.
Simon gets inside, puts it up and in.
And what he does is open up the lanes for penetration. You have to guard everybody because they can all shoot the 3 for Croatia. They're going the other way. Italy have the same benefit now, spreading the floor.
Pump fake, Bellinelli drives and gets a trip to the line. Here's another look at the play where we saw Simon drive in and score.
You gave me a look. There was a little bit of space, wasn't there, between the defender and Bellinelli then.
Well, that's why Bogdanovic is arguing. Gallinari takes a seat. How does he play so well with that mask? That's just what's beyond me. Whoever's made that mask has done a good job.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the eye there on the right.
Yep. It's his left cheekbone is what he broke, I guess. But there he is. Didn't want to talk about the broken bone last night in the press conference. Guess he's been asked about it constantly. And Bellinelli knocks them both in. He'll be playing for the Charlotte Hornets and the Del Piero family, appreciating the efforts. And Šarić fouled on the baseline. I think this kind of game is exactly what Italy needed. They didn't seem to be playing with that fire and intensity last night against Tunisia. And maybe this is going to get them on their game for the rest of this tournament. Simon back outside to Bogdanovic. 2 on the shot clock. Bogdanovic takes a very difficult shot. Šarić with the rebound. Šarić gets it inside again to Bogdanovic, and they hold their ground. Good defense. Is that Hackett? And now a foul by Babic. And now Petrovic, has he just been hit with a technical for arguing? He's left his bench. He's walked onto the court. And in a tight game like this,
it's coach technical, and they had possession though. So even though Coach Petrovic looks frustrated, I think he's in charge of what he's doing. You know, if you're going to get a tech, you've got to get it when the other team has the ball. There's a lot of contact. Hackett straight up. The question is Hackett pushing against Bogdanovic as he was trying to jump, or is it Bogdanovic that's jumping into Daniel Hackett?
So Italy now up 45-43. Hackett goes right at Hezonja, and Melli there for the follow.
You know, Bellinelli's been great, but Hackett and Melli have also stepped up. You know, not guys you kind of would have expected to be keys. You know, Melli's played very well. You know, 4 points, 2 rebounds, only 8 minutes.
And Bellinelli's jawing with Simon. Bellinelli was saying it wasn't a foul, and Simon just said it was a foul. And this is, the intensity is ratcheting up all over the court. Look at this. And that was definitely a foul. Simon is right.
That's what I said. You could read the lips. He said it in English. It's a foul.
Yeah.
Why are you getting angry? Simon just said to him, it's a foul. And yeah, you're right, it was.
Went to a basketball game and a boxing match broke out. That's kind of what it feels like. Bellinelli comes out to cool off a little bit. And Simon at the free throw line misses the first free throw.
Bellinelli just picked up his third, who kind of missed that. I think that's why he subbed out rather than the jaw-in, rather than, you know, the emotional bit. He's the type of player that thrives in that.
And it's also gotten the crowd into it more for Italy.
Yeah. Now the question is, who scores this lineup on the floor? No Bellinelli, no Gallinari, no Bagliani. Maybe
Hackett.
Yeah. Well, Aradore, I've always said, is that punch scorer. He hasn't done anything so far in this game. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, they're going to have to take a difficult shot. And well short. Bogdanovic got a hand in the face.
It looked like the Italian offense from yesterday, nothing happening.
Hezonja pulls up for 3. What hustle from Bogdanovic, but he saves it in bounds to Gentile, and Simon commits the foul. Yeah, I think Hackett is your natural choice to try to score, but boy, he's played a lot of minutes tonight. Yeah. He is probably tired. Datome really hasn't done anything.
No.
He hasn't played a lot. Melli perhaps, but here's Gentile at the line, and now he misses.
A lot of Melli's advantages are taken away with a small lineup for Croatia. You know, often he'll use his athleticism at that 4 position to be able to beat people, but Croatia just match up with Saric against him. So, you know, he kind of lost the advantage he often has.
Bellinelli is on the bench. You can't see him, but he is like waving to the crowd, trying to get him up. Great defense from Hackett. There he is. You can see it on the bench.
I mean, Hackett's been brilliant, both ends of the floor. Nearly got a double-double, 9 points and 8 rebounds for him.
Now remember, don't forget, the teams went to halftime. The score was knotted at 35-35, but Croatia arguing. They went back and counted all the baskets, and they took 2 points away from Italy. And Simon somehow was able to get a pass. And now that Italy defense is as good as it's been the entire time. Shadi strides in, and Aradore comes away with it. Quickly to Gentile. Hackett for 3. Got it! 51-43. Italy has shown up to the fight. Boy, Hackett has been arguably, with Bellinelli, the most valuable player.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. 12 points for him. Bellinelli's got 15, but Hackett's got 8 rebounds. Yeah.
Lloyd, we were just talking about the defense and talking about Hackett and how well he's playing. And this is him right here hitting the jump shot to go to 12 points in the game. He's got the 8 rebounds. And he's also got 2 steals. And he has played in this game a lot of minutes, 26 minutes. He's played virtually the entire game. He's sat down for a couple minutes.
You always look at guys that elevate their game, and he, you know, at the big occasion, and he's done that. Bogdanovic is a great player. He's elevated his game for Croatia, but Hackett's just been a difference maker. You know, he's gone over and above what you'd have expected for him. He's given him scoring. We know he's a tremendous defender, but he's been absolutely brilliant. You know, the key now, it's a great timeout from Coach Petrovic. Croatia have got to keep their heads here. You know, it's a loud atmosphere. It's passionate inside the arena, but they've been frustrated at the officials, especially on the last 2 possessions. Felt like they've been fouled. They've got to keep their heads, not worry about the non-calls they believe they're getting.
And it looks like Simon over there behind the bench you saw on the screen has some cramps. Shot it for 3. Boy, big time.
And again, credit to the sideline. Petrovic drew the play up, go to the low post. Bogdanovic puts the other guys in the right spots. If the help comes, they'll get the open shot.
Datome inside the melee, and they got the mismatch. I don't think Babic, from a physical standpoint, can live with that.
No, it's funny. Like, Croatia got the rotation wrong. Coach Petrovic is speaking to Roko Ukic, saying, you know, you got to get around. You got to play in front of him and switch. And Ukic just looked at him and he said, I couldn't hear anything. He didn't even know it was there because of how loud it is in this arena.
So missed free throw. And another former Italian football player on the right. I can't remember who it is, from former national team star. And second free throw is good. From a free throw standpoint, 15-19 for Italy and 7-11 for Croatia. Bogdanovic being guarded by Hackett. The 2 star players, and the foul committed by Hackett.
It's funny, Hackett's the smallest of the players on the floor for Italy, but they'll let him guard Bogdanovic in the low post because he's so strong. He can hold his ground, but he's picked up 3 fouls now.
Yep, that's his 3rd.
So he won't. Croatia will go straight back to that if he stays in that matchup. Try and get a 4th on him.
But Bogdanovic just consistently is an option. He misses the free throw. He's got 26 points.
No,
sorry, he's got 23 points, 26 minutes.
Yeah.
He's got 4 points in this quarter. He had 19 at halftime. So both he and Hackett have played 26 minutes. Quick pass to Tome. Gentile. Tough pass, booted out of bounds. Are they going to reset it to 14? Yes. So 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I think, you know, how young this Croatian team is as well. Zonya's on the floor. He's just 21. Šarić is 22. A lot of young guys.
Pass to Datome on the baseline. Still can't get it going to Datome. But what Datome has to do is play D, even if his offense is not with him right now.
Gentile will complain and moan, but number 1, I think, is quite obviously a foul. But 2, why is he putting his hands in there? You know, so unlikely that you're going to get a steal off the rebound when the guy's bringing it down. Don't give the referee the opportunity to foul when you're in the bonus with 30 seconds to go. You know, Croatia have had to do no offense. They get to walk all the way to the other end of the floor for 2 freebies. Well, would be freebies if they can make a free throw.
Yep, but now they're in the 50%, 57% at the line. And we know that really cost Iran in the last game.
They've only made 1 of their last 5.
He's
1 of
missed
6.
both. It has been a real battle Hackett goes right inside, doesn't shy away from Šarić, but Šarić holds his ground. They find Meli up for the dunk. What a play. And Petrovic was wanting a foul. The coach look at this, hanging on the rim for emphasis. Watch this. Now, was that a foul to Tome? Because that's what Petrovic was arguing for. And there's Dino Menigan giving his, the Italian basketball legend, his 2 cents in the middle in the Hall of Fame. They were just going for the ball, really, weren't they? Or would you call a foul to Tome? I want to put you on the spot.
My mother told me if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. So I thought it was a foul. Yeah,
okay.
I thought he caught him with, you know, an elbow to the head.
All right.
Inadvertently. It wasn't nothing intentional. They were going for the ball, but yeah, that was why I saw it personally.
Last 3 seconds here. Ukic over to Šarić, and Šarić misses. So Italy has been able to move ahead 54-47. The great play from Daniel Hackett. But still 10 minutes remain. The missed free throws costing Croatia right now. And Italy doing a good job, just 4 turnovers in the game.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what we've seen in this tournament so far is turnovers being a major factor, but often the other way. You know, teams that have turned it over too often have struggled. What Italy have done have showed you the value of the basketball. You know, because you look, we talk about how well Croatia are playing. They've got Bogdanovic who's having a fabulous game. You know, Croatia shooting 40% from 2-point range. They're doing really well. They're shooting a better percentage throughout from the field than Italy are. Italy have taken more shots because they've looked after the ball, and they've done a far better job at the free throw line as well. So they're the major keys. You look at sometimes people look at statistics, they put a lot of value in it, and they're often areas that people will say are important. Turning over the ball, rebounding, how many times or how many points you can get from the free throw line as well. So credit to Italy, they've done those little areas extremely well. And then Daniel Hackett, for me has been very good indeed, very, very, very good.
I think Ettore Messina has learned a lot about his team tonight. I think really Croatia came out, and I say this in a complimentary sense, they punched Italy in the mouth. They really gave them their best shot, and Italy were kind of dazed a little bit maybe, but they've gotten tougher as the game has gone along. Yeah,
I think Croatia played very well. They haven't shot exceptionally well though. They're only 5 of 18, 28% for 3. With the guys they've got, I think that they can shoot it perhaps a little bit better than that. They have only got 47 points going into the fourth quarter. They've only scored 24 points over the second and third quarters combined. So I think as the tournament goes on, their offense will get better. But again, you've got to credit the Italian defense for some of that.
Well, look at Tonut coming in. The youngster gets a chance to play, giving Hackett a breather. Aradori, also Bogdanovic catching a breather. Datome step back, jump shot, finally, for Gigi Datome, the captain. And you saw him get the pat on the head from Alessandro Gentile.
That is first field goal of the entire tournament for Gigi Datome.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Now Mario Hezonja, an offensive foul, boxing out. Was it Planinic?
Yeah.
That's number 4.
Just tried to spin for the rebound. You can't see it there. His left arm. Oh, sorry, it's the other way. That's why. The same thing. He spun on the defender. His left arm pulled him back.
Tonut going to inbound it. Ten on the shot clock. Gentile for 3. Short. Šarić. Open floor quickly to Ukic. Over to Babic.
Ukic took the wrong option. He had Saric.
And now Bogdanovic going to check back in. They need his offense.
Yeah.
3 on the shot clock. And Šarić gets in and just earns his trip to the free throw line.
I mean, for such a young man, you forget how young Dario Saric is, but he had the ball. He was on the three-point line, and as he was backing his man in, he looked at the shot clock, saw there was still 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So then rather than go to the fadeaway, he just took another 2 dribbles, got really deep, and then got himself to the foul line.
Konrad goes out, Bellinelli back in. Don't you know, though, he's going to Philadelphia, isn't he? Šarić. I mean, the word I've heard.
I don't know if that's confirmed. There's obviously a lot of talk he was drafted.
You know, Brett Brown and Brian Colangelo must be excited if they're watching him because he's been just as good as everybody else tonight.
Yeah. I mean, he's proved. If you look at Gallinari, who's a 19-point-a-game scorer in the NBA this season, you know, Dario Šarić has arguably outplayed him, or at least, you know, been as good as he has. See the 10 points. So maybe he can have a similar impact.
Those couple of extra years of seasoning in Europe of playing for some good coaches have helped. Datome over to Melli. Oh, shot an air ball. Now Bogdanovic quickly, a chance to run.
Numbers, will they take the right option this time?
They get it inside to Planinic, and he goes up strong over Melli. Hackett's going to come back in. Gentili's got Hezonja on his back. He gets it over to Datome. Bellinelli. And good box out by Planinic. Here comes Bogdanovic again for the dunk. And Croatia have come right back. They trail by just 3 points. Italy called timeout.
Transition basketball for Croatia. I mean, you see the Bogdanovic dunk. Planinic got the layup. Previous possession, and then the one before that, they could have got a layup with Saric as well. But Ukic missed him, went to the wrong side. So, you know, Croatia, this young, energetic team getting out in the open floor. And I'm sure Coach Messina's telling his guys that you got to get back in transition. It's late in the game, it's 4th quarter, but you got to get back. You got to hold them into the half court, make sure they have to work for a shot.
So the 3-point shooting, 5 of 18 for Croatia, 3 of 13 for Italy. So that's not really working for either team. And you can see the lower shooting percentages as well inside the arc. Perhaps a testament to the defense that's being played. And fast break points, Italy with 10, Croatia with 2. That's a big difference.
6-0 run for Croatia, just there, all out of transition. That's what caused a quick timeout. I love the passion of Coach Petrovic on the sideline. And his players were coming off. He ran right up to Saric. And I thought he was going to shout at him for doing something wrong. He's screaming in his face. And then you could see the delight of how well, he was just congratulating him on how well he's been playing. In Italy going back to the big guns, really starting 5 out there for them. Well, Datome is on the floor.
You saw Petrovic talking to Perez, the Spanish referee. Getting some clarification on something. Hackett. Italy are just better with Hackett on the floor. Here he is. 5 on the shot clock. Back over to Bellinelli. May have held on to it a little too long that time. Hackett gets it over to Bellinelli. And just a great individual player bails him out.
Absolutely. Just an incredible play. You perhaps could give Planinic a little bit of a hard time saying on the switch he's got to take away the jump shot, but you know, I prefer to look at the brilliance of Bellinelli.
Bogdanovic step back 3. The back of the rim, the hustle from Šarić. And good sportsmanship from both of those gentlemen. Look at this. This is Bellinelli right as the shot. He just does get it off in time. 5-point game. Plenty of time, 7 minutes. Bellinelli hands it to Bargnani, and he just kind of flung it up there, kind of lost his balance. Hezonja quickly to Planinic. He runs the floor well, Planinic.
Transition, isn't it? Croatia just running the floor every time they get it.
Well, they just now have 4 fast break points. It's back to a 3-point game. Datome trying to hold off Bogdanovic. Italy's offense not moving very well, but here's Bellinelli. Kind of just flung it up there again. Hezonja crashes the boards. The ball goes out of bounds.
Three seconds on the shot clock. It's a good pass in transition from Hezonja all around. Planinic down the middle.
Yeah, Planinic, you wonder where he would be if Tomic was playing. But Petrovic has done a great job with the players he's got. And they get to Bellinelli again, and he scores with the left hand. Petrovic thought, what do you think? He saw an illegal screen or somebody being pulled?
He was frustrated that Bogdanovic didn't help. He was the guy guarding out of bounds, I think.
Well, it's Ukic puts up a 3. And a foul called on Italy. Trying to get rebounding position. Look at this. I don't know what Petrovic was. He's complaining about something on the play.
Bogdanovic is guarding the man out of bounds. So if he'd taken a step back and kind of helped, he could have stopped the ball going to Bellinelli. It would have left his man open, but his man's out of bounds. And because there's only 3 seconds to go, it's difficult to kind of get it inbounds and then back to your guy in time. They've run the same out of bounds play every time. Croatia struggled to stop it.
5 on the shot clock. Ukic takes a very difficult shot. Planinic. And suddenly Ukic becomes the primary option. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Siemens on the bench. I think about another minute he'll come back.
And the pass from Bellinelli too high for Datome. Bargnani out, Melli back in.
Bargnani picked up his 4th foul on that rebound. I think I mentioned that. So again, he'll go out for a minute or 2 probably.
Well, Melli's played well. Gallinari back in. He's been kind of the anonymous missing man. Gallinari trying to stick with Šarić. And Šarić just got away for a jumper but missed. Hackett at the line. And now both teams missing some shots. Bogdanovic for 3 and doesn't go down, but the offensive rebound. But then the ball knocked away and a foul called on Italy in the scrap for the ball. Foul on Bellinelli.
The work of Šarić on the offensive glass though. Great job from him. Watch this, look, he's the man there, collecting it, keeping it alive. First guy to the floor as well. Tremendous play. Bogdanovic has been
the foul's on Datome.
Yeah. They've got to get Bogdanovic a good shot somehow. I know he got the last one, but 26 points. He hasn't had a kind of easy one lately. And they've got Hackett on him who has those 3 fouls.
Šarić backs up Gentile, but can't control it. Goes out of bounds, back to Italy.
Good defense, just lost his balance on the spin, I think, Šarić. Let's have a look.
This is a game which in all likelihood will determine, it will be first place if Italy wins it for them, because they'll be 2-0. Hackett has it. Gets it over to Gallinari. Puts it up. And just hasn't looked like the Gallinari we expected. Šarić. Now Bogdanovic. Who are you going to bet on, Hackett or Bogdanovic? Bogdanovic gets in. Couldn't have played much better D than that.
He's on the floor. They go 5-on-4 here.
Datome back to Gentile. Now they've got their 5 men. Datome puts it up and in. Well, he finally seems to be coming into it. Datome. That was a 3-pointer, and now it's an 8-point lead.
I mean, he struggled with the shot, but that's why he's on the floor. Big time play from a big time player.
Another 3 from Hezonja. That gives him a little bit of life.
That's one of those shots you think, what are you doing? Good shot, Hezonja. You know, wasn't the best option, but such confidence in his stroke.
Offensive foul, fighting for position. Foul on Nicola Melli. Look at that. That was Datome's before. So Melli picks up his 4th foul. How long will it be before we see Bargnani again? Datome. Oh, Hezonja lost it as he got close to the lane. Now Melli posting up Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic fouls. That is now the 2nd team foul, Croatia. And 4 fouls on Bojan Bogdanovic. So that is crucial. So he's got to play careful now, 2:42 remaining. But that's kind of hard to do in this type of game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hackett behind his back. Now Gallinari, they're going to go inside to Melli. Melli goes up strong to Datome, gets the rebound, misses. And Ukic pushes it.
Still a lot of storylines left in this game.
Hezonja to Šarić. Back over to Babic. There's not much time
3
left.
on the clock.
Bogdanovic, he's not going to get it off, is he? Yes, he does, but it gets nothing. Not good that time from Croatia.
And again, the defense of Daniel Hackett, absolutely superb. He switches onto Dario Saric. Croatia tried to post him, and all he did was he forced Dario Saric, rather than catch it on the block, he caught it a step inside the 3-point line. So then Saric is trying to take Hackett off the dribble, which is a bit harder for him. It's easier for the help to come. They can come quicker rather than it being catching it on the block where they have to come a little bit earlier. So that's one of those things that coaches say. It's not down on the stats. It's not down anywhere. But that defensive possession was basically due to the great defense of Daniel Hackett.
He's probably the MVP for Italy, I'd have to say, overall.
Yeah, I mean, I question point guard play from Italy coming in. Is Daniel Hackett a true point guard? I don't know. You know, he's a kind of a combo, plays the 1 and the 2, but in this game, he has been the difference. You know, he has been absolutely superb. I mean, he hasn't shot it particularly well, just 5 of 12 from the field, but defensively as well, outstanding. So what wrinkles have we got left? What's going to happen now? It's Italian ball. Where do they go with the shot? Bellinelli's been out. Do they sub him back? You know, he's been the kind of X factor, the guy that makes the big ones. So do they try and run something for him here? Or do they try and isolate against Bogdanovic if they can foul him out? For Croatia, you know, they need stops for a couple of reasons. One, because they can't let Italy keep scoring, or the points will just get too much for them, as we see the double-double of Dario Saric. And the other thing is, if they get a stop, that's what they can run from. You know, they had the success out of transition, the way to spurt and get back into the game. If they can stop with this lineup, run, run, run. They've got a lot of guys that can handle it in transition.
This game was tied at 40. Croatia led. Their last lead was at 43-42 with 4 minutes remaining in the third. And since that time, it's been all Italy.
And Bellinelli is on. See if they use him. Yeah. There he is.
He's going to take a jump shot. He goes down, and Croatia get the rebound.
They've got a push here. They got, like I said, they got such a spread offense. Now they can take their time. Melli's face guarding Bogdanovic. Yeah, go to that matchup if they can. Again, look at Hackett fronting Saric.
Well, he's strong, and Saric elects to do the turnaround jumper.
But again, he made him catch it out by the three-point line. And then it's harder for Saric to beat him, and it's a lot easier for people to kind of fill the middle and help.
Looks like they're going to call timeout.
Wet spot on the floor.
Yep. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Marco Cuisine and the Italians on the bench watching events unfold here. It's been an exciting night. If Italy win this one, they'll clinch first place in Group B, and then Croatia will have to come out and beat Tunisia to get to the next round.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll also have Mexico play Greece for first place in Group A. So a lot to be decided. Now Gallinari posting up. Ukic, and he got the mismatch.
Unselfish of Bellinelli. Saw how deep Gallinari was, and he got in the touch. Ukic has got to go. Yeah.
Ukic gets blocked by Melli. Now in the hands of Gallinari. It's a 4-on-1 break. No look. And Bellinelli. Oh, what a play by Italy. It finishes off with Danilo Gallinari. That was an incredible fast break by Italy. What passing. I thought they'd made one pass too many. And now
I think Bogdanovic picked up a tech as well.
So he's gone.
Yeah, he fouled out, and then he got a technical.
So tough way to end. Look at this. Was that a pass by Bellinelli? Or was it a shot? And
no, I think he went to shoot and miss. But Gallinari
hustled down.
Yeah, we said you know, Datomi steps up with the big three, and now Gallinari, the post up and a finish. He just ran in transition, put it home, and now he's gonna, you know, he's got a chance from the line as well.
So yeah, so he got the foul.
Yeah.
And he's also picked up a technical foul. So with 42.1 seconds left, I won't say that Italy are home and dry yet, but they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Especially with Croatia's biggest weapon out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there he is. See, he's fouled out, but 26 points, 6 rebounds. Fantastic game from him, especially in the first half. 19 first half points. He missed 2.
Well, there you go.
So surely there's no way back for them now.
They said it was a bench technical foul.
Yeah, because he'd fouled out.
Because he'd already fouled out, so they had to assess it to the bench. Right. They couldn't carry it over to tomorrow. Okay, so it looks like Italy closing in on victory. And that was a foul planted, so he's gone now. And I think Italy have answered some questions tonight. I really question their toughness. after yesterday, but then again, maybe they just needed that competition to come out.
You can say everything you want about, looking at the first game, etc., etc. Make no doubt about it. I think Italy looked a little past Tunisia, especially with the players they were missing, and they were focused on this game here against Croatia.
And they've got that home court advantage, which is priceless. And the ball goes out of bounds. 3 seconds on the shot clock, 14.4 seconds remain in the game. Croatia came out, really gave it a good shot tonight. They really came out aggressive with an excellent game plan. And certain players had to step up for Italy, and they did. Bellinelli, Hackett. Just tremendous efforts. And now Gentile had the layup or the dunk, and he missed it. So Hezonja's going to take it in and score with the left hand. Now Bellinelli has it. Will he dribble it out? Nope. Gets to the Hackett. And that's how it's going to finish. 67-60. A real classic encounter. One of the best games at any Olympic qualifying tournament I've ever seen.
Yeah, two high-level teams going at it. Both of them played their part in an excellent game. All credit to Italy. They looked rusty. They looked, below par yesterday, but the Croatians brought out the best of Italy, and they've showed their quality.
So 67-60, Italy win it. As you look at the statistics, pretty even on the boards. 6 steals for Italy, none for Croatia, which is interesting. And quite a few fouls committed. Bellinelli and Bogdanovic were really, really good. And you just have to appreciate the all-round game of Hackett tonight. There you see with the 2 steals. Even Bargnani had those 2 blocks from that one sequence. And you got Hackett and Gallinari each finishing with 12 points. Saric was outstanding for Croatia. I'm not sure that Croatia really could have done much more than what they did tonight. I mean, they came out and really played well. They just had a lapse in that third quarter where they didn't play as well as they needed to, and they just couldn't catch up after that.
Yeah, I mean, you look and you say that often you need 3 big scorers in a game. They had Bogdanovic with 26, Saric with 11 after that, who was the 3rd scorer for them. No one really came to the forefront. Hezonja never got into the game, only with the 7. Simon only had 5 as well, and then you look at the 3-point shooting at just 27%. I think that's a little below what they would have hoped for.
So one final time, Italy win it 67-60 over Croatia. Thanks for watching, everybody.